Hello everyone, let me just find the video on Facebook. Oh, not yet.
You know, they always told me that prior preparation is definitely not my strength.
Well, I think that would be right. I found the video. Hello everyone, I'm just getting in to put this on the messenger chat now. Did you grab your charger or mine? Because my charger was just sitting on top of my desk.
It's got locked into that. Multitude of reef knots in the lid.
Ooh, fancy. Let me just stick you in and give you some power. There we go. So, morning, Robin. So we just came off our morning announcement type video. Hello, Sandy again. And now we're on here. We are a few minutes late. Sorry about that. We were just getting it all set up, and we had a few customers come in store because we teach in store on Saturdays and Fridays during GICS weekend. And we teach out in the open part of the store because it is boiling here today. Like, the humidity is just, and it does not look like it's going to rain to let go of the heat. So we're in for a bit of a stinker, but that's okay. I prefer it instead of the cold. So, good morning, Mary and Helen. Right, so, and everyone else who's on the video today or watching later. If your video is not working on your Facebook, we also are on my YouTube channel. So I know some devices prefer Facebook, other devices prefer YouTube. Who knows? It's technology. No one knows whatsoever. So this morning we're going to be using our pocket color cuts that are new for our Devoted to Denim range that we released, well, our rebrand of it that we released this morning. So I think we're going to aim to do a few pocket embellies. This is supposed to be a quick class, well, a short one, which means we have to do in under an hour just to prove facts. But I'm saying that we could do it up until 59 minutes, 0.99. So we're all good. Oh no, 59.55. No, 59. There we go. So we're all good. Morning, Narelle. There we go. So let's get started on our pocket embellies. I do have quite a few bits and pieces that we can use. I've got 2 of the new rice papers, a new vellum. I've got one piece of paper 4 and a piece of grange. I don't know if we're actually going to use it all, but the point was just to grab a few things. Oh, and I've got some of our floral color cuts because I did like the look of the fussy cut sheets. I just didn't have to do fussy cutting though, so I didn't grab those. Which is, I think, is a fair enough point because I don't fussy cut. It's just not a me thing. Right, so let's get started, shall we? So we're just going to lay out all the pockets that are kind of the size I would use for an embelly, which are the bigger ones, I reckon. Maybe not that size. Like, I would paint maybe a few things on those, but wouldn't do too much. I might stick those up there. So what have we got? We got about 6 to 7 pockets we can decorate, I reckon. So here we go. So we're just going to come in and we're going to tear a piece of blue rice paper. Just to get a nice little strip, and I think we're going to start off with this one. The idea is just to get a bit of layout, so knowing what you normally use with your pages and what embellies you wish you had pre-made. I know that when I get to a page, I find it easier if I've got pre-made embellies, like I make in my advent calendar classes in December. We do that. We've done that for 2 years in a row. Hopefully we're doing it again this year. I think we might be making our own advent calendar. Though that is on the cards, but yeah. So just coming in and I've got my piece of gauze and distressing it. But yeah, I find it easier to make a project when I already have the embellies pre-made, because I'm not a very patient person. So if I want anything fancy, it has to be done at quite a quick pace.
You're not patient.
I know,
Very
right?
nice.
I blame my father for having an impatient nature. You know, if anything's wrong, just blame my dad. Fix.
Okay.
Right, and then I think we just need a small butterfly, this one. Now, I'm just going to come in and use the rice paper butterflies. You could use the vellum ones and curl the wings with a heat tool. However, I think I'm just going to go with the rice paper ones today, just because I don't. Sometimes you want your pages to be flat, and I don't want my not to be able to use my embellies because I've got them like super dimensional, and they're just not going to work in the album or work on the page. So it's easy to add lots of dimension, like flying butterflies, once it's stuck to your project. And I've always got the vellum butterflies for this range on hand, so it's okay. I can always find those and add them to that project when need be. I think we're going to cut that one. So there's no bit that you can't use, so that's just the devoted to denim title of that rice paper. There, and then I simply grabbed a piece of number 4, and I grabbed this because it's got these little squares here, which makes it really easy for us just to come in and use multiple different patterns. Like, we don't have to have a full sheet of this or a full sheet of that when we make these embellies. It's good because so I think what we're going to use is maybe this green one here. Now, we did kind of forget our trimmer today, so everything's freehand cut.
Well, that's a little disappointing. I'm just finding the scrapbook and group that is to look at, and it's just full of all short videos of just rubbish.
So
Yeah, the spammers are.
officially made it.
Yeah, they're just literally.
And then we might come in with this blue gingham as well. This blue rice paper. I don't know if it's actually gingham. I used to call it tea towel. But apparently that's not its official name. You would have known. You would have pumped it. And we're just going to come in with our florals. Oh, hello, Karen. So it's just about knowing, like, if you're not a florally person, obviously you don't have to add the flowers. It's all up to your own taste. I love flowers, so give me any flower and I will gladly put it on a project. It's like butterflies. I do have an obsession with sticking butterflies to projects. About, I think it was a month after Mum released the vellum butterflies, the first lot that we did, she did have to kind of pull me up and go, we do have other products you can use in your classes. Maybe stay away from the vellum butterflies for a while. And I was like, okay. Understand a grande. It's one of those definite, right, I get it now. Okay.
whoever was ringing you is now ringing me.
And then we're gonna come and we're gonna cut this big one out. So, the phone's ringing.
Yeah.
So now we're just cutting this one off. I have cut the antennas off my butterflies today. Sometimes I cut around them. Not today. So we don't have like little antennas we have to worry about if we get them off. Sometimes I'm really persistent and I cut them around them and all the rest of it, but not today. Not today. There's no way. And then I do think we need one little bit more out of this one. Maybe this square down here. Okay. Ooh.
Oh, sorry about that.
All good. It's kind of like deja vu with my other classes.
Oh,
Look, there goes Quentin.
hey, I'm just looking at another scrapbooking group. It's all post from Deborah using our Boys of the World airplane.
Ooh.
Fancy.
You know, that airplane was like the hardest thing to draw.
I know, I've got a couple spare laying around. I saw yesterday that I had to package up.
My cutting desk is an absolute mess. I've actually got to fix that this weekend. I saw it as I walked in the door this morning. I was just like, oh, man.
Well, what can I say?
How did it end up like this? Well, I know how.
Right. Get my finger out picking holes.
I do after this spot's wrap. We are getting there, I promise.
So I just want to run through. So far we've got the Fussy Cut Pockets Pack,
Yes.
piece of gauze.
It's the color cut pockets pack.
Yes.
Yeah,
Colour
I did not fussy cut them. Oh, no.
cuts. Right.
No way.
Colour cut pockets, piece of gauze,
Yes.
the piece of gingham rice paper,
Yes.
and the black and white tissue butterflies.
Yes.
Nothing else?
No. And I think that's all we're going to probably use, actually.
Okay.
Oh, and the devoted to denim flare.
You voted to down the new flare.
Yes, the new flare. That if you spend over $20 on anything devoted today, you get our exclusive new little flare.
Which I've only made 8 of so far. So
Wow. I
don't think
suggest
that's going to be enough.
that everyone buys lots, and then Dad has to start working on these Arnold Schwarzenegger arms.
And if you'd just like to see me make flares, you can place as many $20.95 orders as you please.
Please do. I'm not all evil, am I?
You're going to help me find the spare couple of shelves.
No. Hold up. There was never that in the contract. What was that in the deal?
to make flares with our tops.
Where was that in the deal?
Okay.
Oh, you just need a pink.
Well, we don't have this thing attached to the camera. That's not fun.
No, that's because it's not using most of its fruit to use the cameos.
What's it run? 5 cameos?
Yeah, it runs our 5 babies. The married couple, Carlos and Caroline. And then the triplets, Charlotte, Clementine, and Cecilia. Charlotte's the oldest, the golden one. Clementine is the middle that just keeps going. And Cecilia is the problematic.
Yeah. Caroline has her days.
Caroline's like,
Not that one cutting machine should be different to the next cutting machine.
it might be that because we've given them personas, but I don't think so. I think it's just the machines. There we go, and then what we might need there is just another level. This one we need there, and then one. There, okay, right, and then so I reckon just a small piece of brown. There's not much measurements with this, I will admit to that one, sorry.
It's Friday already.
It is Friday already.
Well, I kind of lost today. And then we had a public holiday.
Yeah. You know I've only been swimming 2 times this week. I'm going to swim this afternoon. I'm fully prepared. Although in saying that, on Wednesday when I swam 80 laps, I was 5 minutes faster than normal. I must have had my mojo juice. That's my own little world. So some of them can be really simple, and then other ones super detailed. Like this one here, I think we might just do it as simple as that, and then our last big pocket. Might put that one there. With some of our gingham. And cut. I think this is going to be the last butterfly we fussy cut. I am holding back on the paint. I will fully mix that. I don't think these need paint. I can have a like hole already in the background. And then maybe just with a piece of brown as well. That was some of that. Anyway, okay, there we go. I think those are our bits and pieces all laid out. So now I'm going to stick them together and then I'll hold them up so you can see them. Just currently, if I lift them up, they're going to like piece number 4. Right. So what we're going to come and do is we're going to grab our tape. So our foam tape and our 6mm. We could use 12mm, but I think 6mm is going to be better. And our glue. Right, so here we go. So we're going to start off with possibly this one, just work our way around. Or we'll start off with this one, because this one here is nice and easy. It's just two bits of glue. So we're going to stick that one down there, and then we're going to stick this one. And then there's that one stuck together, and then we come over this way. So we're just going to come in and put our tape down on our collar cut. Put some more tape down, it's like making a bandage type thing. Stick this piece down. And I just rubbed the loosen the covered all of the rice paper, so then you didn't see where the glue was. It just became nice and flat. And then because we've got a sticky bit here, what we're going to come do is we're just going to come put a piece of our double-sided tape covering back on top of that. So then when we're ready to stick it down, we can just peel that one off and we're ready to go. So put that one down over there. And then let's come over this way. So we're just going to grab our glue again. I'll glue down our butterfly, and once again just rub our glue out on it so we don't see where we put the glue. And I think I want this flower to be on foam tape, so I'm just going to grab Mum's tins, stick two/3 pieces because we've cut our pieces in half. And then cut those 2 in half, and then stick it down on our bit there, and then grab our tape We put our tape pretty much exactly where the foam is touching the rice paper because we know those bits are hidden. Let's stick this one here down. On there, and then grab our mission, and ta-da! And then because we got that sticky bit there, once again we just come in and we slip that over the bit that's not covered, so then we can just peel that one off when we're ready. Oh, thank you, Leanne. And then we're going to come down and do the, oh, these are where we're going to fill the harder ones. I think we'll do this one here next. So just going to come in.
Okay, so just want to make sure I've got this right. Oh, I'll stop there because I have to go back and fix it.
There is going to be a kit for this. This is what my batch is building now.
I'm building it right now.
Right.
That's all colour cut set, isn't it?
The divergent pockets?
Yeah.
Yes. And we want a piece of foam on the back of our rice paper. But how we're going to do this is we're going to put glue on it first. Because if we stick foam to the rice paper, it's actually not going to stick properly. So we're going to put glue down. So then the tape sticks to the glue that sticks to the rice paper. I know. A bit of a process to foam rice paper, but it looks really nice. Put that bit, and then we lift this end back up. So then we can just slot some of our gauze down. Let's come in there with glue. Stick it down. Okay. And we put the gauze down then. So then what we can come and do is we can push it over that way, and when we stick down our piece, our title, it will stick down some more of our gauze with it. As you can see that there is that one, and I think what we might come and do is, because these will dry clear, so we might just pull it
Okay, so now I'm back with the video.
a few little accent dots.
Leanne said gorgeous creations. Sandy said lovely Embellies.
Thank you.
Linnea said they look great, Naomi.
Thanks. Right, so then we're going to get to our next one. This one here is a bit thicker, so with a big piece of rice paper this week, we're going to use our 12mm tape, but we're going to do the same first with our glue. And we're just using tape just to double check that it's going to make sure that it's going to stick. Yeah, like, and because you make, these are easier to make when you make lots all at once. So you've got them for projects later on. You don't need to make the embelly when you do the project then. Stick balls behind it. Put our tape. 12mm do the trick. So it's all just about coming in and doing the layers to stick it down. All the nitty-gritty bits. Pieces to make sure that they stay nice and well constructed until you use them. So how much is this going to be that, or I used to $16.85? And that's got the one piece of paper, the 2 rice papers, the pockets, the flower color cuts, and the flare and the gauze.
Did you use flower colour cuts as well?
Yeah, but they're only going to be a mini. I didn't use walking
We need to discuss that $16.85.
Hold up.
You've used, I've got the devoted denim pocket colour cuts.
Yes.
How many pockets did you use?
I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Let me talk to Mum.
So,
She wants to
yeah.
make a custom colour.
Yeah, because we didn't use too many flowers either, so we might get them all on the one sheet. 7 pockets. That will get mine on Monday.
Right, can you have a look at this?
What are you going to
I was just coming back from the scroll down.
Do we have a problem?
Not with system.
We're just going to put some glue behind that one.
Delete these 2 items, save it, and add the 2 items back in again and see how it goes. Otherwise, I'm going to have to rebuild the whole thing.
There we go. One that has been completely destructed. A bit of a meat. We're going to stick our flower down. I'm going to add butterfly. Thank you guys. And then what I'm doing these now is that they're just a little bit easier to get all of them made at once.
There you go.
And
Not
then
bad. You see how that we need a hand?
I just need this.
Excellent. Is the colours there you're after? If I plug up more of the colours.
let me just
Do have more of this.
come in and keep. Let's find this up. I didn't cut a piece of pine that was big enough. Oops, daisy. Put that. I'm going to stick that one down. And then I'm just going to stick some tape on the back. What we're going to come and do next is let's stick that one there, and then gotta get a bit on that way. There, excellent. So you can see it looks really nice on the front. And on the back, just to make sure that everything stays together, we're going to grab our, I think this is 2418 mil, and we're just going to come in and do our band-aid. Again, the excess on that side, because we'll need it when we stick the embelly down. But this is just important in the rice paper. So the back stays in place. So that's that one. And I do think it just needs three dots. There we go. That's that one. Then we've got one more. Ooh, this one here is a bit of the harder one, I think. So we're just going to stick tape on the back. I kind of think of this when I construct them as like when you make cards. You construct them off the base. What we're going to do, grab that one and stick it in there. We'll stick this one up there. Then we add our gauze in. And then go with the tape. And then we grab that one, or put the glue on the back of that one, and stick him down. There we go, that's where I wanted it. Okay, and then just going to stick a flower on the back of that one.
Where'd you put that card?
What card?
The one you took for paper.
Huh?
The grey card.
It's in your back. I think you thought it was my brother for a minute. There we go. Just added 3 dots to that one. So, in just, I think, under half an hour, or just about half an hour, we have made 1, 2, 3, 7 Embelly pockets, which can go on 7 different projects. So we've got number 1, no particular order, number 2. Some of them do have a bit of dimensional magic on, like a few dimensional magic dots on them, and that's just because I like the dimension and how it looks. This one here is quite plain and simple, and we've got that piece of, oh my gosh, it just flung off. Got a piece of the double-sided tape backing that we pulled off originally, just to stick on that sticky bit so then it doesn't stick to anything else. Then we've got this one. Another one with the flare. And like we have plenty here. And like plenty more to actually go ahead and make like another whole 7
so
pockets.
The actual colour cuts that's going to come with it will have at least probably more than the 7 pockets.
Yeah.
And a heap of the florals, so you'll have heaps.
You'll have heaps more to make it, and like honestly, they're just quick little embellies.
That you can use anyway.
Exactly. So you could just cut out like 2 pieces of card, 5 3/4 by 3 3/4, and then next one at 3 1/2 by 5 1/2, and stick those 2 together, and then put this on top, and that would be a 4 by 6 card, done and dusted. And then you've got this one here as well. So like they're nice and plain and simple. You can stick them anywhere on any page, would be great for it. Is there a kit for this class? Yes, there is. Dad's just finishing it off now. which it will be available soon. So thank you all for coming. Now our next class is well, we actually have a video in between that, and that's going to be around about 11:30. So watch out for that one. It's a bit of a special one that you're going to do with Mum and Dad. It's going to be it's going to be good. It's going to be great. A video with Mum and Dad. You don't get that very often unless it's a box opening. So you'll have both of them. And then and then at 2 or 1, is it 1?
1 Queensland.
1 p.m. Queensland time. We're going to have our pre-recorded class in the GICS classroom. If you do buy that kit, we will make sure that you are able to get a copy of that class outside of it. In that classroom, they only happen live. But if you do buy the kit, we make sure that you have that class available for like the rest of your life, basically. All of our videos you can go rewatch. We can watch some of the very old ones that we did originally back in 2020 all the way up until now. And then after that we have a 3:30 class. That's with Mum today. It was supposed to be me, but I'm working now because my hours have changed a little bit this week with my other workplace. And then we're back at 6:30 p.m. Queensland time. Oh no, 7 p.m. Queensland time for Mum's, or is it 6:30 p.m.? I don't know. It's one of the two times to do Mum's all devoted to denim. 6:30 p.m. Scrapbook layout, and I spoke to her, and her plan is just to use as much devoted to denim as possible, which is going to be a fun class for Dad to scribe. So
I'm about to put the link for the class in right now.
Easy enough. So that link's going to come into the comment section, and we shall see you all later on today. But just watch out for that video at 11:30 p.m. 11:30 a.m. Queensland time, not p.m. That would be a bit late. But thank you all for coming. Bye. And the class kit is now in the comment section. Bye, Karen. All right.